is John. I'm from Greenville, South Carolina. My parents, I grew up with, my dad was an engineer and then a computer engineer. My mother was a special ed teacher. They had divorced when I was very young, primarily lived with my mom, but then I went back and forth. So my lifetime with addiction probably started in my early teens. Never really feeling like I wanted to be myself or just didn't like it. Just didn't really care for life, I guess, as I knew it. Drugs and alcohol allowed me to escape all that, allowed me to numb, to run from things. And I continued to do that for years and years and years, various places too. I've lived in a lot of different places and always kind of going in search of something. I've had success in life throughout different periods, but it's all just been mediocre. It's all been getting by, or it's all been things falling into my lap, but never really having to work at really pushing myself into seeing what I wanted out of life. I've been through several programs through the years for drug addiction, and bounced around from a lot of them, had small bits of sobriety, but nothing ever lasting or fulfilling, really. So I was actually in a detox facility when I talked to Kyle on the phone, and I was in North Carolina, and something sounded completely different that he had to say, and I'd heard everything. So that was about, I put that note in my hat, and kind of kept that in my pocket, and then the next month of my life completely fell apart. I was homeless. I was in the wintertime, and I was with some very bad people. The day before that I arrived at Next Steps, I probably thought was my last day. So yeah, I came into Next Steps completely and utterly broken. I used drugs to numb, to run away, to everything, and Next Steps had me face things. And a lot of those things are things that are uncomfortable but doable. It's a very simple program. It's not easy, but it's simple. Kind of exposing the lies that I've said to myself, the lies that I've believed that were told about me or that I've created in myself, and just the person that I thought I was or the person that I felt I had become. Shedding those layers like from a snakeskin. I had a setback with Next Steps, and when I got here the first week, and I'm so used to packing up, running, leaving, and there was a second chance. And I think that's what Next Steps is. It is a second chance, but it was also, Kyle wasn't gonna let me quit. He wasn't gonna let me run. He knew what I was gonna do if I ran. And it was just more of the same. Next Steps has given me something that I've never had the opportunity to do, to actually examine myself, to really do it, to not do it from a victim standpoint, to do it from an addiction standpoint, to do it as just who are you? What do you want? And what do you want to do? Purpose is the biggest thing that Next Steps gives. And it gives an open-ended question. What do you want your purpose to be? It's not telling you what your purpose is or what you should or should not do. It's opening you up to ask questions, to find out who you are, to what you want to be, and also limiting the shame and grief that you've carried around for so long. Letting you get to shed that and step into it and accept it and move forward. Next Steps has also provided a destigmatized experience. Some of the things that have happened are things that have happened in the past, but it doesn't make it who you are. We know addiction is hard on families, and it's hard on people that haven't experienced it. A lot of people don't know what to do. I have been able to use my experience and my expertise, I guess, be there for others. And Kyle was able to sift through the madness of hearsay or storytelling and find the meat and potatoes. When I actually met Kyle, he had been in contact with people, with my family, and I felt like he knew me much better than they did. But he was also able to see it from a completely sympathetic point of view. He was able to see both sides. He was able to reach out to my family to let them know where we are, what checkpoints are, what to expect, and what to do. I think with addiction, families are affected so much and nobody has a clear-cut answer. The family involvement, I had a very scorched earth policy with not just with family, with friends, with everybody. Once I burned the bridge, I torched it. Next Steps is kind of allowed to be a conduit to rebuild those bridges, that they're not burned bridges, that they're just floating, and that just with some small repairs and time and patience, that the bridges of trust, which are the biggest things that we've all lost, are starting to be rebuilt. Next Steps is different because it provides purpose. It provides you to find your purpose. It doesn't give you it. All of us come in here and, from different walks of life, but we're all broken. And from a simple fact of just trying to rebuild your life while also staying clean is monumentally just impossible. Breaking this into baby steps and having a consistent, stable place to be while you're doing that, and finding that purpose, that you're not just the wreckage of your past, that it's slow and steady, but it is attainable and it is reachable. The other thing is that you get to see people in various stages of next steps. So if you can't see it in yourself, you can see it in somebody who's got 6 months ahead of you. You get to see the fact that it's worked for somebody else. But it's not just about just not abstaining from something or not doing something. It's about living and finding what you want to do, what your purpose is, what you want outside of this life. My name is John, and I trust the process.